There's three specific things that you need to have or otherwise you will fail, and this applies to whether you're building a business or doing something else. It's pretty much generic and applicable to any kind of situation. In this video I'm going to be covering all three, and you also need to have these three things in this order or otherwise you are going to fail. If you're building a business or selling online or selling on Amazon, then make sure to hit subscribe. So what are those three different things that you need to have? Well, first of all, and these are in this prioritized order. First thing you need to get right is right direction. Too many people are going fast to the wrong direction. It doesn't matter how fast you're going if you're going to the wrong direction. So first thing you need to fix is getting to the actual right direction. Let's say that I'm in Los Angeles and I need to get to San Francisco. So if I actually take the wrong turn on the highway, then I'm going to be ending up in San Diego. So first, it doesn't matter how if I have the Tesla or whatever. It doesn't matter how if I have a sports car, because if I'm going to the wrong direction, then I will not end up in the place that I actually want to be. Same applies to building a business. If you're doing the wrong things, then speed doesn't matter. Jeff Bezos says that speed matters in business, but it matters only when you are going to the right direction. So number one is absolutely that you need to be going to the right direction. You need to be doing the things that will actually take your business forward. Right direction is the number one thing to get right. And when you're building a business, it's really crucial that you are doing the right things. And how you can actually do this is that you follow the path of someone else who has already done what you're trying to do, what you're trying to achieve. So you actually follow someone else's success path. Sure, you learn from failure, but don't fail if you don't have to. And the way you can do this, that you actually follow someone else's footsteps. You follow someone else's success path. So you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to be accidentally going to the wrong direction. And of course nobody chooses that, hey, I'm just going to go to the wrong direction. And I see so many people that when they try out something new, they just want to figure it out by themselves, and that's definitely not the best way, because you can actually accidentally end up going to the wrong direction, or at least that it might take you longer to achieve the place that where you're actually going through. Number two on this list is focus. So first of all, you need to go to the right direction, but then secondly, you need to have focus as well. So let's take the driving example. So I'm driving from Los Angeles to San Francisco, and if I'm stopping all the time instead of just focusing on driving, then it's going to take me a really long time to get to my destination. And same thing applies to business. When you decide to do something, you should put 100% of your effort into this one thing. Doing one thing at a time. Sure, I'm personally doing many things right now, but that's only because I have a team that allows me to do this. So when I started, I just focused on selling on Amazon, and that was it, nothing else. And we did that for several years. 100% focus was on one brand and specific products. In theory, multiple streams of income sounds nice. It sounds good. In theory, it sounds good that okay, you should try out maybe 5 different businesses, and maybe one of those will work out. But in practice, in reality, it will actually water down all your efforts, and it will hurt you. So you should really focus on just one thing at a time. Only after you succeed on that one thing, then you can actually start the other things. focus on one thing doesn't mean that you get fixated on your path. It just means that of course you should always adapt and learn and adapt and pivot if you really have to, but you need to be focused on your path. You need to have focus on your business. If you go ahead and start many different businesses at the same time, then it's just going to water down your effort, and it will actually take longer for you to succeed. And same thing applies to selling on Amazon. So if you're starting multiple brands at the same time, or launching multiple products at the same time, then first of all it's going to actually cost you more, and then it will take much more effort in order to get the thing running. So you're better off if you just start with one product and work on it and see how far you can take it before launching several different products. But do not take too many things at the same time, because it will hurt you. It will water down your results, and it might actually mean that you are getting less results than you would have otherwise. So don't make the mistake of doing too many things at the same time. So instead, focus. So number 2 is focus. First of all, you need to go to the right direction, and secondly, you need to have focus. You need to focus on whatever it is that you're doing. Number 3, what is number 3? So number 3 is speed. So Jeff Bezos said wisely that speed matters in business. But it's not the first thing, it's not even the second thing, it's the third thing that comes after the first 2. Why is speed number 3? Because speed doesn't matter if you are going to the wrong direction, and speed doesn't matter if you are not focused, if you're doing too many things at the same time. If you have too many products that you're selling, or if you have too many brands, if you are not able to put 100% of your effort. So speed is important, but that's kind of obvious, right? Money loves speed. So what does it mean? What does it mean when speed is so important? Like, does it mean that you just do things fast? Well, I mean, not exactly. It includes specific things, how you work, and it's more in terms of productivity than really doing things fast. And quality is always important, so it's really important that you do quality work in whatever you do. And same you should expect from your employees, that they should do quality work. But I mean, that being said, done is always better than perfect, because perfection is the enemy of entrepreneur, pretty much. So one thing that is important in being in speed is really putting things in motion. So taking immediate action. That is really one of the main things, that whatever you do, take immediate action and put things into motion. And there's this rule in Getting Things Done method by David Allen, that if something takes you less than 2 minutes to do, then you should do it immediately. And I cannot really stress the importance of putting things in motion, and it really applies to working with partners in so many different scenarios. I can tell you so many examples of where, for example, with partners, that I remember there was one case that I really needed to, we were about to hire a bookkeeper, a CPA. But one of our partners says that, I mean, don't worry about it, that we can actually provide you that as a service for you. So there is no need for you to hire your own CPA. And I thought, fine, okay, that sounds pretty good. Then I will not go forward with in hiring the CPA. So, but I waited like months, 2 months, 3 months, and they kept me telling me that, I mean, don't worry, we will actually handle it. But eventually it went so that it was not what we needed, so I just had to do it all myself and actually hire this person, hire a CPA. So I basically lost 2 or 3 months in just waiting for the partner. and this is really common with different kind of partnerships. In situations where you are actually dependent on some other party to deliver something, it's so common that something is you need something from the other party, and then you just need to wait. But history has taught me that it's never a good thing to wait. You just always put things into motion. So speed is important. The more you take action, the more you get results. But to recap, you need to be going to the right direction. You need to be focused on what is it that you do. You shouldn't do too many things at a time. You should do one thing at a time. And third of all, speed. Like put things into motion, take immediate action, and take massive action. Those are the three things that you really need to have, and in this order. So let me know, do you agree or disagree, and what is your takeaway from my list? Building a business and selling on Amazon can be challenging, but it doesn't have to be a struggle. I can actually help you on this path, so just make sure to click the link and sign up.